Hey, everybody, welcome to another edition of NasCard Radio. This is episode 143 of NasCard Radio. Man, best laid plans, I swear. All right, we're trading cards and racing meet. I'm your pal Val. With me is the man, the myth, the legend, PSAN, White Castle Hall of Famer Logan. How are you doing?
I'm feeling like an all-star.
You should. You should. Well, we got a great show for everybody today. We're going to do a racing recap from last week's races. We're going to talk a little more about the Topps F1 Miami Grand Prix giveaway. We're going to, I don't know, I guess, we'll see what we were talking about. Oh, yeah, the kind of memory lane, pick five cards, Logan and myself, and then talk about a few of those. And then I guess we'll sprinkle in all kinds of stuff between there and there. And then we'll finish up with King's Court. So,
Sounds like a plan.
yeah, best laid plans. Okay, here we go. We'll thank our sponsor, Panini America, of course, and also welcome new subscriber Hershey88.
I like his candy bars.
They're very tasty. And then, of course, our shout outs to Kyle Katz, Used to Be Fast, Tim Mozzie, Skid Marks, I Didn't Buy These, and Beans Ball Card Blog for the YouTube comments. We read them, so please leave them. We appreciate that. Appreciate everybody watching in.
Hmm.
Watch the show, listening to the show on podcast. So we see you guys on the podcast as well. Thank you.
Yep. Thank you very much.
Yep. All right. I think that's all the housekeeping right there. So let's just jump into it. We had the Xfinity. Sorry, Xfinity. Right. I was thinking Xfinity. I'm looking at Craftsman. The Craftsman Truck Series race number 9. That was the Buckle Up South Carolina 200. And that was Friday, May 12th at Darlington Speedway. Christian Eckes was our winner. Highest finishing rookie was Raja Karuth.
Yeah, Rajah did good. He was coming on there at the end, but just didn't have enough time.
Yeah, I was watching. I was watching if he was getting tires, and no, that was Corey Heim and Deegan. I guess had gotten tires and working their way up. That's what it was. If they had some more time. You never know. But Heisman rookie Rajah Karuth, that was good. He doesn't have any cards, so not yet anyway.
Hoping Donruss.
I'm hoping so as well. But Christian Eckes, I think we've talked about him before. 2020 Panini Chronicles in as Ascension and Ascension autographs. Spectra Panini Prism has a base card there with all of the parallels. Also, Panini Prism 2020 signing sessions autograph there as well as the parallels. And then also included in the 2020 Panini National Treasures, their social signatures and treasure debut.
Yeah, I see Spectra right there.
In the back, yep. I think that's the Emerald version there with the version. And then Raja Kruth, as I said, he doesn't have any cards yet, so maybe keep our fingers crossed for 2023 Donruss. So which should be, I guess, hitting another 15, 20 days if we don't get pushed back anymore.
Yep, let's hope not. That's already late enough.
Yep. Next race number 10. That's going to be the Tyson 250 at North Wilkesboro Speedway. That's going to be Saturday, May 20th at 1:30 p.m.
Yeah, it's going to be a packed house there, I bet, for that race.
Yeah, they've been already talking about the traffic, working on the traffic to and from the tracks. And everybody pack their patience. Don't park on there's a main highway that runs right past there. So people like to park on the shoulders. So
Nice.
they will be towing, they said. So yeah, they're gearing up. They have an elite model race going on today. We're recording Wednesday.
Yeah. Going back to the truck race real quick, you saw where Haley Deegan finished. She finished 20th. At least she finished. So, and what did you think about Mario Andretti being in the booth? That was pretty cool.
It's always awesome for him to be anywhere in racing. I think he's one of the right up there with AJ Foyt. They are treasures to the racing community. Just, what a great story. Immigrant, and then getting his citizenship in the U.S. and just in IndyCar and F1 and just at NasCar, it just seemed like, the guy could drive whatever he got
Yeah.
in and
Yeah. I
win.
think he's one of the greatest versatile drivers ever.
Yeah, I would agree with you. So yeah, I always love hearing him talk and his passion for racing. It just kind of oozes whenever he talks.
Hmm.
So yeah, like I said, it's always nice to see that. So and then Rev Racing had a nice little promo there. They were giving those cards away at the track.
Yeah. For those of you who didn't see them, you can go back and look at Rev Racing on Twitter, and they gave away a Mario Andretti, Nick Sanchez dual card. It's both of them on one card that they handed out. They said at the media center. I don't know if they handed them out anywhere else, but I noticed on the back of those cards, I think they're limited to 5,000.
Okay.
So, so that's pretty cool. They also, I don't know if you talked about this yet or not anywhere on social media, Val, but they did release an address that if you send a self-addressed stamped envelope to Rev Racing, they will send you a card, one of those cards, and it's a regular size 3.5 by 2.5 trading card. So it's a promo card. I think it'd be great to have. I've already sent mine in. I sent mine in Saturday. As soon as I saw them post the address, I was like, I went right to the post office, man. I put it in there.
Yeah, I didn't get didn't get it out Saturday. My daughter had golf, so we were busy Saturday and Sunday. But I guess to your point, if you follow NasCard Radio on Twitter, I had when I saw that, I tweeted out to Rev Race and where can we get some of these? So they responded back, just send a self-addressed stamped envelope to the Rev Racing with your request. So we'll see um, how long that takes to get back, or if we get one. So, but if you should be following NasCard Radio on Twitter anyway to get
You better
those
be.
stuff like that. Yeah. So I also retweeted out. I think not to talk about it here, but the um I forget exactly what they call it, but basically it's the Indy Sports Racing Memorabilia show for Logan that we went. That's supposed to be like one of the longest running. And so there were some autograph guests there. And so I retweeted that out. So whenever I see some of those autograph um, situations, I'll retweet them as well. So, because I think when we went, Joe Leonard was there.
He was. And let's see who else. Andy Grantelli was supposed to be there, but he didn't show up.
That's
And
all.
we were disappointed about that.
Yeah, that
That
really
hurt.
hurts. Yeah, that hurt, and um, that's a story for another day, though.
It is.
All right, moving on. Here we already.
Xfinity Series.
Yeah, thank you. Sorry, everybody. Next race. Oh, next race. We're talking about Xfinity race. That was race number 11, and that was the Shriners Children's 200. That was Saturday, May 13th at Darlington Raceway. Kyle Larson was our winner. Highest finisher rookie was Sammy Smith.
Yeah, that was a pretty good race. I wasn't thrilled that a Cup guy won it. I'm always pushing and pulling for the Xfinity guys to win those races, so they can get in the playoffs because that was a playoff spot that got taken away from somebody. But
John Hunter Nemechek, yeah, they went in there and it was kind of weird. Larson slammed into the wall, bounced off the wall, hit Nemechek, and Nemechek turned around and I don't want to say he came across the finish line backwards or whatever, but he his car kind of slid across the finish line there. I don't know if he came in third. I can't remember exactly. Let's see.
yeah, it was third, something like that. I don't remember exactly. He didn't finish second. He
Fifth,
was running
yeah,
second.
fifth.
Okay.
Allgaier was second, Cole Custer, Austin Hill, and then John Hunter Nemechek. So yeah, he was, going for the win with Kyle Larson, and Kyle Larson wanted a little bit more,
Yeah. Kyle Larson's starting to get a little bit, I don't know what you want to call it,
a little Chastain.
Chastain, which, the roles got reversed the next day, but we'll talk about that in a minute.
Right. Okay. I know I got slides for Kyle Larson. Here we go. A lot of stuff here. His rookie cards, 2013. If you followed the show, I guess it was last year before when he won all those. We talked about his cards. So 2013 Press Pass Fanfare. It's the one on the left as base card there with the parallels. Only a handful of parallels back then with Press Pass. And then there are autographs and then magnificent materials. And then also in 2013, Press Pass Total Memorabilia, card number 47. Only 3 other parallels for that. And then Rising Stars autographs, only 4 versions of that. That's an extra thick card there.
Yeah, it's got that cut autograph in there, which is what I really like about that issue. I think it's really cool.
Yeah, it's like half the thickness, and then they put that autograph in that window, and then other thickness for the other half. So, but
Yeah,
2013 stuff is dried up, man.
you can't find this stuff anywhere.
Yeah, when he was on his tear, everything kind of got swallowed quickly.
Mm. Hmm.
And then our highest finishing rookie, Sammy Smith, who we've talked about, I want to say just the other week, because you like his autograph.
Double S. Well, he's got the Lulu there, but I think he's gone to double S now.
Yeah, this is a rookie auto, so
Yeah, he didn't know any better.
20, all the way in the first part of 2022 Dunruss. There's
Yeah.
the card number 39, the rated rookie, and the parallels, printing plates. There's the signature series. There's also 2022 Panini Chronicles with clear vision, clearly Donruss, Obsidian, Spectra, Stars and Stripes, XR, and then also 2022 Panini Prism, card number 4, and all the parallels in Prism, and then also Prism Sensational Signatures. And then last but not least, the 2022 Panini National Treasures, the Rising Stars, and then also rookie patch autos as well. So
Yeah, he's having a great year.
yeah, they're talking about him. Of course, we always like that Donruss rated rookie with that guy in the background.
Yeah. Yeah, who's that guy? Somebody tells who that guy is.
Yeah, I'll put it back up. Yeah,
That
I don't
guy.
know. Is that Daniel Dyer or is that
That,
Drew Dollar or something?
it's somebody. It's somebody who's a double D.
Okay, all right. I didn't even think about that, man. All right, thank you. All right, let's keep moving. Next race number 13. That's the Osco Uniforms 300. And that's going to be Charlotte Motor Speedway, Saturday, May 27th at 1 p.m. Eastern.
Yep.
Moving over to the Cup Series. That was race number 13. And that was the Goodyear 400. And that was Sunday, May 14th at Darlington Raceway. William Byron was our winner. Highest finishing rookie was Ty freaking Gibbs at position 16.
Yeah, Ty freaking Gibbs is running away with Rookie of the Year,
Yes, he is.
unless Noah Gregson sneaks in a win and trumps everything.
Unless that haircut can be judged as well.
It's kind of arrow.
I don't know, for some reason, putting his head out the window with all the wind blowing in his hair. So anyway, all right, I digress. William Byron, 2016 Panini certified base card in Panini Certified, card number 86 with the mirror parallels, certified potential signatures. That's his only base card in 2016. He's also included in the 2016 Panini Prism, driver signatures there. And then also Panini Torque, driver scripts. I think it's about 5 versions of that. And that's it for William Byron.
Yeah, at least he's got a legible, semi-legible, decent signature. I'll give him that. I mean, I've become real critical of some of these autographs that we're seeing.
Well, compared to the new guys, he has a great autograph.
Oh yeah, that's like when I was at when we were at the National last year, and Brody the kid was, he had his cards he was signing, and I had some of my cards, and I signed it, and I signed mine, with Logan Ward, all written out. He looked at it, he goes, "This is really a good signature." I'm thinking, my signature is really crappy, but to him, in his generation, that's a great signature.
You're a Richard Petty autograph.
Yeah.
Ty Gibbs, 2020. I guess it's kind of what you need to know. And Chronicles. He has all base cards in Chronicles with Crusade autographs, Phoenix autographs, Score autographs, and Spectra. And then in 2020 Panini Prism, scripted signatures, only autographs in Prism. It'd be awesome if he had a base card there, but he doesn't. And the parallels of those scripted signatures, there's the unnumbered version, and then everything is 99 or less in 2020 Panini Prism.
Yeah, he's got the scribble action going on too.
And it's almost like what's the game where you match two together there? I don't know, but try to find two of the signatures the same.
Yeah, no, yeah, it's like on PBS on one of those children's shows. One of these things is not like the other.
Yeah, or the match game or something.
You're not going to match.
Yeah, no matches with those autographs. So yeah, I mean the two on the left are both Panini Prism. Technically, probably in the same should have been probably in the same few days or whatever, but
Yeah.
Chronicles to the right is a whole different release. So anyway,
Yeah. Oh well.
okay. Next race. Do you have anything else? Sorry.
No, oh, I do have one thing. The magical unicorn showed up in the booth at the race.
Yes.
It was the first time he's been back to the track since he retired from NASCAR after, getting hosed out of the championship. But that's a whole nother story for another day.
Well, he is alive and well, kind of a proof of life that he's, when you get a hostage situation, proof of life. He's around. I don't know if he signed at all at those sessions. He's one of the ones that I need for my 2015 press pass complete signed set. So
you should have gone, but you couldn't.
I couldn't.
I know
Yeah.
that.
I as much as I want to get Carl's autograph, I needed to be there for my daughter. So.
Well, he said he kind of got the fever back a little bit now. Now that he's got a taste of, everybody was glad to see him. They're all loving on him and everything. He's kind of thinking maybe I ought to do something because I think he like has gone on all kinds of adventures, and I think he actually literally, I don't know that he sailed or if he took a boat himself across the ocean. I think he went across the Atlantic maybe, but he talked about that. He's doing all kinds of things with his family. He said he's enjoying life, but I think he misses racing and NASCAR in particular.
Well, I think, maybe if they have young kids, you're there with the kids when they grow up. And then, as you know, as they get older, the more independent. And then it's kind of like on their timetable when they want to be around you. So,
Yeah.
And I could definitely see him getting back. And when you were mentioning that, remember his speech when he retired and said he would maybe do consulting or some other stuff if the opportunity was right, or if there was I guess if somebody came calling. So, maybe there's an opportunity for him to come back to racing, not to race, but there's all kinds of uh positions, and he could be a big help to a lot of stuff. So a lot of any organization. So
He could be. I mean, and with his commentating in the booth, he didn't miss a beat. I mean, it was just like he called a race last week, and this is, he just came back the next week. He's calling another race. He was spot on. Uh, he did a great job. I was so impressed with him, and I really love him. He's a great guy. We've seen him at the Hall of Fame. He's always real nice to the fans. He's not like some other drivers we know. Uh, like his initials are Tony Stewart. But anyway,
well,
or Jeff Gordon.
he's very knowledgeable. I remember him being at the
Yeah.
Hall of Fame, and I had him sign some of his rookie cards, and he knew they were his rookie cards. So I was like, whoa, A plus for that.
Go Carl.
Yeah. So okay, and let's keep on moving to Formula One. They are not racing, and we got an alert today that they should be racing in Italy, but that has been postponed or moved or
I
canceled.
think it's been canceled completely because
Okay,
the schedule is so tight that they're not going to be able to get back there. So
they don't want to
it's
take their. Well, yeah, I don't know what else is going on track, but I know they like take a month off for the summer. But anyway, so that has been nixed from the schedule.
yeah. The reason is they've had torrential rain in that area, and the rivers are overflowing their banks. As a matter of fact, if you go out and look on social media, there's drone footage of the track, and in the low spots, there's flooding at the track itself, and there's actually some Formula One haulers, actual Formula One haulers that are like kind of slightly underwater. So it's not very good for them. So I'm sure as soon as things dry out, they're going to be getting out of there. Um, but yeah, that's the reason why the race has been canceled, unfortunately.
So that's a new one.
Yeah, it is a new one, and thoughts and prayers to the people over there going through that. Floods are horrible. We've had them here, and it's just not a good thing. And so, our thoughts and prayers to all those people.
Yep. So moving on to the IndyCar series, we had the 2023 GMR Grand Prix. That was May 13th, Saturday, at the Indianapolis Grand Prix circuit. Alex Palou was our winner. Led 54 laps.
Yeah, he was pretty dominant there. He did a great job. And it was weird to me seeing the cars go by. I know they were on the Indy road course, but it was weird seeing them go the other way, especially when they were on the front straight going the other way.
I bet. Yeah. So this was really interesting. His rookie cards. So I pulled them up in Trading Card Database. We're going to love this.
Dun dun dun.
Yeah, the 2023 Chip Ganassi Racing cards. So there was this one image here. The Trading Card Database shows card 4, 18, 19, and 20, and then card 33 as an autograph print run of 100. Now, if you watch the show or listen to the show, a few weeks ago we mentioned that Chip Ganassi has these packs. I don't want to say they're selling them for a donation, or they're giving them away with a donation to American Legion. That promotion's still going on till the end of May. Those packs do not ship until the end of the promotion, which is the end of May. So if you purchase them or with a donation and expect those to ship, they will not ship yet. But I think they've gotten or sold over 800 packs. So I don't know if maybe they had a print run of 1,000 packs or what, but uh, there's a lot of I think first cards for folks. I think it's going to be pretty cool. But so this is an example here for Alex Palou with the cards. I don't know if I'm making any sense what I'm talking about, but
Yeah, he looks like he's got 5 different cards, and one of them is an auto, and there's 100 autos. So that'd be sweet to pull one of those.
yes, really cool. And as you can see, there's no images yet on the trading card database. You can add card images front and backs. I don't think they're numbered, so I don't know how they numbered these. I'll have to do a little more looking. Again, I have not got my hands on any yet, but it's definitely on my want list. So I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah, that's very cool. I can't wait to get mine.
Yeah, I mean the cards look great. A lot of color. So
Hmm.
yes, and then the next race, some little tiny race, this GMR Grand Prix, May 28th at 11 a.m. Eastern, the 107th running of the Indianapolis 500.
Yeah, I kind of wish I was going to be there. That would be a lot of fun. But I remember the time you and I went, it was like in the 60s, 70s the day before, and then they were forecasting it was going to be in like the mid 90s the next day. We're like, it was. And we were in the sun for a little bit where our seats, and we were burning up.
That was a good time.
It was fun. We had a great time. It was a great trip.
Yep. I think that's it for the race recap. So we'll finish that there. Next segment, the just a short segment here for we mentioned it last week that Topps was giving away packs at the Miami Grand Prix. If you went to their booth, there are 5 card packs. You can see there's a photo here I kind of lifted from eBay on the left. There's a stack of packs there. There's 10 cards in the set. I think Logan had mentioned that it's going to be a 30 card set with 10 cards from Miami, 10 from Circuit of the Americas, and then 10 from Vegas, if I have my tracks right.
Yes, it'd be those 3 tracks. So it'd be 10 each time. They did 7 drivers on this one and 3 team principals. So they'll probably do like 7 drivers, 7 drivers, 6 drivers, and then also they'll also get all 10 team principals in there too. So pretty cool how they did that. That's pretty SMRT if you ask me.
It's a nice little chase. I wish Panini would do something like that. We've seen something like this back in 1989. Of course, I wasn't collecting then, or wasn't collecting NASCAR, but the 1989 Winner's Circle, 5 cards from 9 different tracks for 45 total cards.
Yep.
Talking about
And
like the ultimate one.
yeah, those are still pretty rare cards, and those are the black border cards. But yeah, anyway, going back to this set, I think it's a really nice set. I think I saw some people in some of the pictures. Somebody had like a memorabilia card, but I got a feeling they may have pulled that out of one of the boxes that they were doing the box breaks of, and not. I don't think memorabilia cards are in this set. So I just wanted to say that. Just, I saw that picture and I thought, do they have memorabilia cards? But I don't think they do. I think that was probably for one of those box breaks.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Yeah. But the prices of these are coming down. I mean, I saw one set that sold for $66 on eBay of 10 cards. So that's what $6.60 a card or whatever. So that's, I guess, in the grand scheme of things, how Formula One's been, it's not too bad. And I'm sure Lewis Hamilton will be coming out. Maybe, I don't know if he's going to be in Las Vegas or if he'll be in Circuit of Americas, but he'll be coming out in one of those releases.
Right. I'm sorry, I was looking at the checklist here.
I like the design of these cards. It's got the star. It has the stars. It doesn't have any of the stripes. Maybe the other issues may have stripes. We don't know yet. We haven't seen them. So that would be cool if they did that. Since these are U.S. races. Ooh, that's really bright. It's so shiny.
Yeah, it's just another angle. I do like that, but I'd be curious to see if it's in the same design across all 30. I would think so, but you never know until it's there.
You're right. You summed up in one word. Congratulations.
Thank you. But and we talked about last week that they're holding some stars back for the other releases, right? So Max Verstappen and Charles Leclerc are here in this set, along with Logan Sargent, George Russell, Fernando Alonso. I would imagine that Lewis Hamilton will be in one, probably Sergio Perez in the third one, separated kind of as the chase, and then um, I don't know where you're sprinkling some of the lower level teams, I guess, throughout, and then also there's principals in there, right? I think you said,
Yeah,
right?
there's three of them. You've got
So
Gunther Steiner, you've got Franz French Toast, and Alessandro Bravi, I believe is who that is.
yeah, so everybody's gonna be looking for Toto and the guy from Red Bull. The names escape me right now.
Oh, the team principal
Red Bull.
for Red Bull, and then you mentioned Toto,
Hmm.
so it'll be a
But
good little set.
yeah, I've seen packs going for about $30. Again, it's got 5 cards a pack, and sets they originally were like 175, and they've come down to mid 60s. I would expect these probably to come down some more. I don't think they were super short printed, going by. That's why I was kind of showing this picture here. I don't think they advertise much, but if I know tops, whatever, probably a few people got lots of packs.
I'm sure somebody stocked up and saved. I would if I was there. I would be stocking up and saving.
Yeah, it'd be like fill my backpack.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, what are they going to do? Probably either going to throw them away or just give them away anyway. I know at the NASCAR tracks, you have the volunteers there, and they're giving out whatever it is, like snacks or something. It's like the sooner they give all the snacks away, they're done for the day, right?
Exactly.
So it's like, all right, I can give you one, or I can give everybody 10.
Well, I remember going to Talladega one year, and they had the I think it was 1992 or three Maxwell House cards, and they had a ton of them, and they were just giving them away like water. They were just giving them away, and I got a ton of sets. I've got them. They're stacked up in the closet over here still. I got so many of those sets that day and took them back to my car. It was crazy. I think Jeffy Poo was in there in that set. I think, if I remember correctly.
We need to do the Maxwell House set. That's actually a nice set.
Yeah, it is. It's good to the last drop.
It is. Also, probably need to do that with the Winston, that chromium blue set. I love that color.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, all right, I digress. So that was basically what we wanted to show, a little more of the photos of the Tops F1 Miami giveaway. So you can set those eBay searches up and snag those when they come down.
But you know what was weird about that? At first I didn't think they were giving away any cards whatsoever. In fact, last week when we were getting ready to talk about it, until I actually went out there and did a search, I didn't know that they had actually given any cards away. So I just didn't see a lot of people posting about them or anything. It was really weird.
Yeah, I think that's kind of why it caught us by surprise last week when we had our show, because I thought for sure they'd have a giveaway, and I thought for sure they would at least somewhat talk about it and everything. When I went and looked at the Twitter account, they were talking about come by to the booth to get in a box break, right? So they were showing the F1 Sapphire mini boxes that they were, going to give away breaks in, but no mention of hey, we have these giveaway packs, clear cello packs with cards that we're giving away like we did last year. I
Hmm.
mean, so I think their social account dropped the ball big time.
I think they did because the word just didn't get out. I didn't think about it going to look either. I'm like you. I just made the assumption that they were going to have them, and
Well, I
then
did look and I did kind of poke around, but it was sparse to none. I'll have to go back and look at the account and see if they actually posted about those cards. Maybe
right,
it was on Facebook or whatever, but you would think it would put it on Instagram, Twitter, uh, all the places, or that the folks that got them would repost about it. So last year there were lots and lots of posts talking about those cards. We've got pictures from uh, Circuit of the Americas with the print runs. So we're able to tell that there were like what 3,000 or 3,500 hour 3,500 3,500 cards of each card or whatever, something like
yeah,
that. So we had all those photos and it was great. And just the information wasn't there this year. So I don't
mm-mm.
know if this is a sleeper or demand has dropped that much or nobody cares. But here at
Well,
NASCAR Radio, that's what we're here and that's what we do. So
well, you know what I think part of it is you can't make big bucks off of it, so because that's everybody, his, when Formula One first hit, it was like get rich quick, and now it's the bottoms, unfortunately dropped out of that. So maybe people were thinking, well, I can't really make any money if I get these cards, so who cares? I don't know.
right.
You can
Well,
make
if
a
you
little
sell
bit of
too
money,
much, you
but
gotta.
you're not going to make a fortune off of it.
Well, don't forget, you gotta pay taxes and all that. If you're selling on eBay and everything else. But so last year there was a 30 card set. I think they was going for about $100. So I mean, a 10 card set, should be what, $30, not 60 or 100. You know, so I'm waiting for it to come down.
Me too.
So I mean, I'd love to have some, but I don't need to have them right now. So
Me either.
I guess it's old and being patient, but
Or just being old.
that too. But we'll leave that there. All right, our next segment. We were talking about some of the cards in our collections, maybe what they mean or some kind of significance. Um, so we're gonna try a new segment here and see how it goes. Tell us what you think about it. If you have cards with your thoughts, or
Well, what we're wanting to do here is here's the gist of the whole thing is we're wanting to showcase cards from maybe I don't know. See, I don't know what Val picked out, and he doesn't know what I picked out. But I went and picked out 5 cards that are odd, cards that we really don't talk about, to show Val, get his. I want to get his impression of it. Has he ever seen it before? Does he know anything about it? And then he's going to kick it back to me, and I'll talk about it for a second, and then we'll move on. We'll switch. So we're going to do like 10 cards is what we're going to do. We're going to try this out. We're going to see how it goes. And like I said, we're trying to showcase different things that we don't normally talk about to show it to you guys. And maybe you've got some, or maybe it'll spark some interest for you to try to go collect this particular card or set or whatever. So we just thought it would be interesting to do this, and it'd be a really cool way to get some different things out there. And we haven't come up with official name for the segment yet. So I mean, maybe a Victory Lane Showcase or something. I don't know. We'll come up with a really cool name.
5 memory lane.
$5 footlong.
Right, 5 memory lane, like a street address.
Okay, we'll go with that for
Charlotte,
now.
5 memory lane, Charlotte, North Carolina. Okay, all right, you go first.
All right, I'll go first. Let me reach over here and
Knock this out.
grab some cards real quick. The first card I'm going to show is from 1994, and it's a 1994 phone card that was in the Finish Line Gold. And I think there were 9 cards in this set. Here's Jeffy Poo. The crazy thing about those cards back then, and I can remember going to Toys R Us, and they would have a ton of Finish Line Gold packs. and you could actually take the pack and you could just kind of do this with it, and you could tell real quick if one of these cards was in there. So they were easy to find. I know that's probably not the coolest thing to be doing, but I did that back then. I don't do that kind of crap now, but you could find these cards pretty easy. But it's got they're limited, I think, to 3,000, and of course nobody uses calling cards anymore to do long distance. I mean, that's a
Right. I was
they
gonna say, kind of expand on that. So the point was the calling cards was you had prepaid minutes,
yeah.
and so when you used a payphone, you would need to either put all the change in, or you need to have a prepaid phone card because you had long distance. Wasn't a local call.
Yeah, but
So
this was a
the
cool little set to get, and like I said, there's only 9 cards in there, so it wasn't
yeah,
like
that
there was a ton of different things you had to chase.
and that was what, mid-90s, right?
1994. Yep.
Yeah.
So what do you think about that? I mean, have you seen any of these, or do you have any of these
I
in your collection?
remember those. I wasn't collecting, or I didn't use phone cards either. I think I had a cell phone at that point, but uh, because I think there's Earnhardt and some other ones, and I always wondered about collecting that set now. But yeah, because their value was kind of based on the number of minutes too.
Yeah, and I think they were all $2.50. I don't think there was any of them that were any different
Okay.
that I'm aware of, because I've got a bunch of these, and they're all 250.
All right. Let's see. I don't know if you can see mine. It is the 1997 High Tech Indy Racing League Tony Stewart. You familiar with that set?
Yes, I am. That's a pretty cool set, and I
That
like that
came
card.
boxed. Yeah, it came boxed in the set. The I think it was two bricks of cards. It was a high end set. They were cellophane. It came with a Viper Matchbox car, I believe, and then the box was cellophane and numbered. I think out of 6,000. And so this is Tony Stewart's first trading card, and was in that set. I've been always trying to get one of these signed by him, but I haven't been able to do that yet. But I think I picked this up on eBay. It was pretty cheap. It's an 8 or something, but it's a thicker stock card, and I think he has two other cards in there. But this is the only one that kind of shows. I think the other ones are his car. This is the one that kind of shows his face. So,
Yes, it's got a hologram on the front as well.
oh, you're right. Does it? Yeah.
Yeah, you just don't see those come up very often, because a lot of folks just don't collect indie as much, so they're out there. They're just not popping up on eBay very often.
Well, it's not a massively popular set. It's not mass produced, and a lot of folks don't realize that Tony Stewart's in there, and that's his first card.
Yeah, that's true, and that is his very first card. All right, so I'm going to go like really old school here in just a second with the one I've got. This is a 1939 Churchman Kings of Speed, and it's Tazio Nuvarali, is I think how you pronounce his name. But it's a PSA 8, and it's from this 1939 set. This is a European card, by the way. And Tazio, he was he won the European Championship. This was pre F1, so he was a champion in. If you want to call it F1, you can, but it was like pre F1 before F1 was actually organized. But he was a champion back then. This set has like 50 cards in it, and it's more than just auto racing. They have things like people in track and field and aviation, like Howard Hughes is in there. Jesse Owens is in that set. So it's a pretty cool little set. It's 50 cards. I actually have a graded set of all of these cards, but this is actually the highest population for this card is a PSA 8. There's no PSA 10s in this set at all. You got to think, it's amazing to me, since this came from I think England, that these cards survived World War II. It's really amazing. And here's the back of it if you want to see the back. Let me see if it'll focus. Yeah. Kings of Speed, W.A. and A.C. Churchman. So yeah,
Wow,
that's a pretty cool card. What do you think about that, Val?
that's pretty cool. What year is that?
1939.
Wow.
Year my dad was born, actually.
Yeah, it's incredible that like those old cards survived and in very good condition.
It is. It's always amazing to me that those pre-war cards like this have survived, and actually, like I said, they're in decent shape.
That's pretty cool. Well, I have two here, I guess, on one slide, so I can go twice, and then I'll let you go, and then we'll whatever. But um, so we'll go with the one on the left first. It's it's an '89 Winter Circle Wendell Scott, but it's been autographed by Wendell. Now, I did not get this in person, but it's probably a story for another day. But it means a lot to me because it was in a find of '89 Winter Circles that I was involved in, and so this reminds me of that. And this was one of the gems that was kind of tucked in the find of high grade 1989 Winter Circles.
Yeah, that card is beautiful, and I can't imagine that Wendell Scott signed very many of those cards. So that's to me that's definitely a gem. That's a grail right there.
Yeah, because I think he passed away in 1990, and he had the '89 Winter Circle, and then I think it was the '89 Max, and then was the '89 90 Masters of Racing. Yeah, so you put that together with the find, and that means a lot to me. And again, Wendell Scott and his significance to racing.
Yep, one of our heroes.
Yep. And then the one on the right is the 1972 Fred Lorenzen autographed. And my story is getting this autograph because he was having some issues and needed assistance. That he was in a assisted living, I guess, facility. And when he was getting ready to go in the Hall of Fame, I was trying to work on a signed set, and I had contacted his daughter. His daughter was on Facebook at the time, and I was, well, chatting with her, and possibly about trying to get a card autographed. And she said, to send it to her, which I did. But then I also found a great magazine from I guess it was from early 70s, 71. But the article was about Fred Lorenzen coming back because he had retired, but coming back and teaming up with Andy Granatelli and the STP car. And so I sent that with the card to get it autographed. And so she sent me back the card autograph and said that he really enjoyed the article.
That's
So
cool.
yeah, so that meant a lot.
Yeah, that's also to me a grail card right there too, Val. I don't think there's very many of those out there like that, especially the rarity of that particular card. Because as we all know, the Fred Lorenzen and then the Fred Lorenzen with car are two of the rarest cards in that set. So that's a great card right there. I love that card.
So those are two of mine. If you want to go.
All right, so the next thing I have is I think this is from 19. I'm trying to remember the year of this particular card. I think it's 1992. It's like a collect a card Andretti racing set, but they had these gold autos of like I think Mario Andretti, Michael Andretti, Jeff Andretti, and John Andretti. There were four different autos now. I think they're all limited to 250 each. And I've got a Michael Andretti, and my LCS actually pulled this card, and they back then, and I made a deal with them and got it from because I'd never seen one. I don't think I've ever seen one since. I'm sure they're out there. There's 250 of each one of these, but it's a pretty neat card, and it's limited. Like I said, it's limited to 250. If you look on the back, I think it tells you on there somewhere. Oh yeah, at the very top, 24 karat gold autograph is one of only 250 produced. So, and you just didn't see these cards. I mean, this is back when cards were going crazy in '92.
Yeah, so it was
And
mass produced. So even though it was 250 and there's so many of them, it wasn't like it was one per case. It's probably one per multiple cases back then.
yeah,
There's just so
that was
much.
exactly. But it's one of my more prized cards just because it's so rare. You just don't see these things every day. I'm sure Ken is going to see this now. He's going to go, I want to get that card, man. I got to get that card.
Probably got to pick up some wax cheap. I don't know. Try to hunt for one, but that's a gorgeous with that gold auto.
Yeah, it is. So yeah, that's a really cool card.
Yeah, on that black background is really pops.
Yeah, it does. It pops very, very well. All right, so the next card I'm going to show, I'm going big with this one. I got to reach down to go get it here, and this is like a T3 size. This is, I think, a 1999, 1999 Coca-Cola Racing Family card. As you can see, it's huge, and you got these cards. I got these actually in Daytona from 7-Eleven. You had to buy two 20-ounce Cokes. That's why it says Go 220 on there. That's how you got one. You got one card for buying two 20-ounce plastic bottles of Coke. But they just had them sitting there, and I asked the dude, "Can I have some?" "Oh yeah," and I just grabbed a handful of them. So I've got the whole set. It's a set of 6 cards. I think you've got like Bill Elliott in there, Ricky Rudd is in there, Jeff Burton. I'm trying to remember the other ones. Kyle Petty is another one. But yeah, these are I don't know that they're tough, but this one is a 10. So for me to get this in Daytona, put it in my luggage to fly home and get it home without any kind of top loaders and it's still a 10, I think I did pretty good.
You did amazing. Now, who makes that? Is that Upper Deck or who?
No, it's just it says Coca-Cola.
Oh, okay.
There's no manufacturer on it. See, it's got the Coca-Cola.
Yeah, that's awesome. Wish more companies would do promotions like that.
I do too, man. I really do. I miss these days where they had promotions, and of course, there's other Coca-Cola sets from that same era that like from AutoZone, and let's see, there's a hotel, I forget who it is, that had some cards that they gave away, but yeah, that's a real cool card.
Very nice.
Yeah, thought I'd show that one.
All right. All right. One that I have is the National Treasures, Jimmy Johnson, and it's the Twitter and Facebook part of the Facebook logo.
Guys, too bad they cut that Facebook logo off, but that's still really cool, man.
Yeah, we talk about it all the time. Like, well, there's plenty of room to put one of the other logos on there, but since I'm primary on Twitter, I was always wanted to get one with the Twitter logo. So I think it was a year or two ago I got that. So that's one in my personal collection.
All right, cool. I like that card a lot, and of course, it is a 7-time champ, so you can't go wrong with that card.
Yeah, all the other above that I didn't mention, but yes.
All right, so last but not least, my last card is from 1985. Keep that in mind. It's a 1985 NASCAR card. Think about that. And it's not Sports Star Photographics or anything like that. It's a promo card. It's a promo. Yeah, can you guess? It's a promo card.
It is Quincy's.
You are correct. This is the Quincy's card they gave away, I assume, at Quincy's. It's got 1985 on the back, but I think it says 1986 on the front. It does, but the copyright on the back is actually 1985. They gave these away. Alan Kowicki, he was sponsored by Quincy's. He was an upstart at that point in time in his career. And this big league card company that made cards like this, you could get your own cards made by this company back then. They had these made, and it's a pretty cool card. I mean, it's got of course it shows Alan Kowicki, driver, team owner, Quincy Steakhouse Racing Team. You can contact Tom or Joan Roberts at that phone number. That's a Nashville phone number, or Middle Tennessee 615. Rookie Challenger Special K, as they call him. But you don't see very many of these cards. I've had this card for a long, long time. I had to take it out of my showcase a while ago so I could show you guys. But I thought this was really neat. You just don't see them very often. Um, I love this card. They're rare.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's a card that's on a lot of people's want list, but doesn't come around often. So I know about it, and it's on one of my on my list, but I have not stumbled across one. So very nice.
Yeah, if we do this in the future, which I'm sure we'll do more of these same kind of segments, I've got another one kind of like this that's of a different driver that's absolutely amazing.
Okay, and then my last one is the 2011 Wheels Element Chase Elliott rookie, number 9 out of 25, and the red version, so it's limited to 25. And this is probably one of the biggest cards that I've ever pulled myself, and so that's kind of its significance to me.
So all you people out there looking for the number 9 red car number, wah, wah, wah. It's been pulled. You may not have known it, but now you know it. It's out there. That's a cool card, man.
Yeah, I was, when I pulled, I don't know when I pulled it. It was a few years ago. I think he was in Xfinity at the time, and wasn't in the 9 car yet. But I knew, he had raced 9, and Bill had raced 9. So, but just the fact of getting a limited to 25, and being pack pool again, for folks that have longtime listeners, the only way to get those autographed undiscovered elements is from the hobby boxes, and there's a silver pack on the top of each box inside cellophane. Um, those will have a autograph undiscovered element or a black parallel of the set numbered to 35.
Yeah,
But
that's
that's all.
awesome, man.
Yeah.
That was your lucky day. You should have headed to Vegas at that point as soon as you pulled that card.
That was an unopened case. That was the first box I pulled out of that case, and that was the first one that I got, was that one. So I was like, wow.
Yeah, I would have been. I don't know. You probably couldn't have pulled me down from the ceiling. I'd have been up there so
I'd
high.
say I still remember exactly where I was as kitchen table. I remember what seat I was at and everything. So
That
yeah, it was pretty cool. So
is cool, man.
anyway, so I think that's all we have for that segment.
Yep. So I hope you guys like this segment. If you do, comment and let us know what you think about it. It's something we thought of to do. Um, just I think we'll do it again because there's so many one-offs and so many rare cards and cards people don't think about that we will show those and we'll do this again.
Yeah, let us know, positive, negative about that. If there's some sets or a set that you want more information about, let us know. If we haven't covered it, we will do the research and present it for everybody. So again, it doesn't have to be high dollar cards. It's just, if you listen to the show over the last years, we've done anywhere from the 2003 Tops E-Tops set to, I think it was the cards that came with the Matchbox cards, and we've done the 72 STP and A3 Uno, and all kinds of stuff. So if there's some sets you want to know about, let us know. We did the Power Deck upper deck cards. Those are really cool. So sh-
Hmm.
spread shine some light on some of these older sets. It's more about collecting than necessarily the value. So of course we all want to see our cards increase in value, but we want it to be a slow climb and and not a escalated quickly for a quick drop off. So
No, we don't want it to be like Ron Burgundy and Brick. That escalated quickly.
yeah, exactly. So, but I think that's all we got.
Yeah, that's it, man. So, what else you want to talk about?
I was gonna say, is there anything else? Tops, the Formula One Tops now, they have one card out there, which was Max's victory, and there's a parallel of that. Uh, if you're looking, Golden has a bunch of racing auctions out there. I don't want to take ton of time on those, but there's a bunch of Tops nows out there, as well as some early Lewis Hamiltons. There's a lot of days left on those, but maybe we'll cover them next week, and also when they close to see how the prices are doing. So I think some of the rare stuff is still bringing big money. I think the more common stuff is dropping a little, which makes sense.
Yeah, very true. Well, I think it's time to put a coin in the jukebox. That music gives me time to get a swig of sweet tea
Awesome.
from my Chick-fil-A cup. Anyway, this week's King's Court. It's kind of a weird one this week. There's a lot of cool stuff. I'm going to start out with an honorable mention. This was on the 17th of May. It's a complete set of 50 Richard Petty 1991 tracks cards, and they're all signed and they're PSA DNA encapsulated. So that's in itself, I think, is really neat. You're getting 50 Richard Petty autographs. They were asking $1,500 for this. They settled on a best offer of $1,200. So that's like what, $24 a card or something like that for the King. Oh,
How much was it? 1,200.
1,200 divided by 50.
$24.
$24.
Now it's interesting because I know exactly who sold this.
Oh, do you really?
Yes, and I don't know if I should say this or not, but over on the PSA message boards, uh, you can get in with some of the guys. We'll do bulk autograph submissions to PSA, and get a good price on uh, the authentication there. So he probably doubled his money. So not that's also not including the card. So anyway,
Yeah. Zoom in on that for a second. Hold on and see what you got.
and we
See,
need
it
the
says,
one with where's the one with him holding him the king with the crown?
is that on the bottom on the bottom
I'm
right
looking.
corner?
Oh, there it is, right there.
Oh, there it is. Yeah, that's a cool card right there, just in itself.
Yep.
And you
But
notice it says trading card on there. It doesn't say you have to pay extra if you want them to authenticate the card.
yes, so this right. So that bulk submission is making sure that the autograph is authentic and it is a legit trading card, but the trading card has not been graded.
Correct. But yeah, that's cool. Everybody knows how much I love the King, and I saw that and I said that I've got to include that. So that's pretty cool. I think that's a very reasonable price. I mean, you're getting 50 autos for $1,200. You're paying $24 an auto. I mean, it's going to cost you. I don't know what the going rate is now for PSA DNA authentication, but um, you got whoever got this. I think got a good deal, honestly.
Yeah, it wasn't bad. I mean, it's at least $15 at least, I think,
Yeah.
to
So I
to
think they did okay.
submit. So then, even if you had this set, you could send two autographs through the mail. He'll sign them, but it'll
Yep.
take you a few to request 25 requests to get that signed. So
It would, but you could do it.
you could.
Yep.
Very cool.
All right. So next up's our Joker of the Week. Oh my God, this one just kills me. This was on the 15th of May. It's 1999. What it says is 1999 Press Pass NASCAR racing cards signed by 30 NASCAR greats. Dale Earnhardt Sr. All of these cards are autographed from 1999. Most of them are like the Press Pass signings and things like that. But here's the sad part about this. On the back, when they had this done, they actually taped the cards to the back of the the board there. So those cards are literally taped on. They didn't put them in any kind of sleeves or anything. They literally just taped them on there. And I can't imagine whoever had this done had that done on purpose or didn't know. I just don't know what. But I mean, there's a Dale Earnhardt Sr. autograph there, which that one by itself is probably a $1,500 card.
Yeah, you can see the tape. So if you look at the middle of the card, you can see the tape. It looks like about an inch on each side.
Yeah, it really makes me sick that this happened to these cards. So now, really, effectively, you're just buying autographs. You're not buying the card, you're just buying an autograph. But here's what it went for. They were asking $999.95 for this.
Okay.
They accepted a best offer of $500. And like I said, that Earnhardt card by itself, if it wasn't taped in there, is easily a $1,500 card, or maybe more than that.
So that's $16.60 a card.
A card.
So it's called 17.
Yeah. So yeah, it's just when I saw that, I mean, there's nothing funny about it. Is it odd? Yes. Is it sad? Very.
Well, the Earnhardt and the Gordon, the Stewart.
I mean, those are the biggies right there. Then you've got some other Hall of Famers in there. You've got Mark Martin and Rusty, and those guys. That it just
Yeah.
with Bill Elliott. Yeah, it
Friends don't let friends tape cards to the back of mats,
no kidding.
of picture matting.
Yeah, that mat board, and I mean, it's a great presentation piece, and that's all it's going to be now from now on. I mean, they spent $500 on this thing. That's probably okay. You could take those autographs now and they could cut them and put them on other cards now if they wanted. That's the only good thing they would be for.
Actually, that's a good thing. Maybe Panini bought it.
Man, maybe Panini bought it to cut them and and put them on cards. Who knows? But yeah, I was really saddened to see that. I mean, it's really cool looking, but at the end of the day, it's tragic.
It's tragic. Okay.
Yeah. All right. So next up's our Jack of the Week. This was also on the 15th of May. It's 2022. Topps F1 Logan. Great name, by the way. Sargent. Number 3 of 5. It says it's a true red SSP. Now
3 of 5.
3 of 5. Yeah, buddy. And that's a cool looking card. But they were asking $1,199.90 for this card. They settled on a best offer of $450 for this.
Wow.
Yeah. It's out of 5. It's number 3 of 5, and who knows? Maybe he can bring the Williams team back to prominence. So who knows? But I like him because we share the same name, so that's my big connection. Plus, he's from the United States. He is the only U.S. driver driving in F1 right now. So, pretty cool card. I like the way it looks. It's a beautiful card. I think it may be a little high priced for that, but still cool.
Yeah, I think it pops with that red border with the red stripe in this background and the black and blue stripe. It definitely it's a nice looking card.
Yeah, I just bought, going off on what I bought a green of this same card. It's out of 75 for $15. Just saying.
Yep.
And I like the green. I'm gonna get it graded. But yeah, cool card. So let's move on to our Queen of the Week. This is on the 14th of May. It's Tony Breidinger rookie card. It says it's a BGS, boy, and check this out. It's a 10-10.
Wow.
It's a double dime, man. You just don't see pristine tins. It was almost a black label. If the surface was just a little bit better, it could have been a black label, I guess. But this was sold out of Canada. So I'm going to do a little calculating here. They were asking $650 Canadian, which translates to $483 US. They accepted a best offer, and this is kind of weird to me, of 625 Canadian, which is only $25 less, which is $465 US. So that's a lot of money for
Wow.
Tony Breidinger. And I like what they say in the description. 10 condition, 10 auto, model turned NASCAR driver. No, it's the other way around. She's a NASCAR driver, then she signed a contract with Victoria's Secret. So it's
Yeah, they must have been reading that article where it said Victoria's Secret model to race in the truck series, and it's like,
yeah,
uh, no, she's a NASCAR truck driver who is also a Victoria's Secret
he signed a
model. Well,
contract for
yeah,
modeling,
they
which
make it sound like, oh, just some Victoria's Secret model just decided she's going to drive a truck and in the
yeah,
race. Yeah, exactly.
but I think that's a little high. In fact, I think that's a lot high for that card. But it is a gold card, and it is a 10-10. So maybe I'm off base with that. Because again, you just don't see those 10-10s, especially from Beckett. You see a lot of them with PSA, but you just don't see those with BGS.
Right.
So maybe it is worth that kind of money. I don't know.
Time will tell.
Time will tell. For me, if I'm going to spend, we've talked about it before. If I'm going to spend that kind of money, I'm getting me an Earnhardt or a Jeffy Poo auto. That's really hard to get. So, but anyway, all right. So moving on from this card, our King of the Week. This was also on the 14th of May, and our King is the King. It says it's a very rare, which it is. I'm not going to dispute that. 1972 STP Richard Petty. That's not the best picture of a card. And what do you notice about that? Right, stay right there, Val. Go back up to his head. What do you notice right
The
there?
yellow halo
The halo.
or
Yeah, we've seen that
yeah,
before on
yeah, on
cards.
the PSA 9 that's out there somewhere.
Yeah, there's a PSA 9, and it's got a halo just like that.
Yeah, so the right hand side of his head, that edge next to his hair and ear there's a yellow. I don't know how it was a eighth of a meter. I mean
It's
eighth of an inch.
it's it's,
Um,
it's itty bitty.
yeah,
But looking at that card, I mean, I think that card's probably maybe a PSA 5, maybe.
yeah, looks like it got some edge.
It's got some chipping issues on the edge. The back, I don't. Is there any of those brown spots on the back of that like we've seen in the past?
Doesn't
Can you
look
see?
like it. Just worn corners.
It's just worn, and the edges are worn. Yeah, it's probably about a 5 is what I'd probably grade that as. Maybe on a good day, maybe a 5.5. I don't know. But anyway, with that being said, it went out for bidding, and it went for $1,414 with 4 bids, a raw
Wow,
card, which will probably be, like I said, probably be a PSA 5.
very nice.
So that's amazing. That's not the best picture of that card.
Yeah, you would think if you got, I don't know what the minimum started with, if it was 1,000 or 1,200, that they would have got a better scan up there.
I think it was 1,000 with what it started at.
Yeah.
Um, but again, you just don't see these cards very often, and I guess people are getting to a point now where whenever they see one, it's like, oh, I better try to get that card, and they bid it up, to try to get one. So
Because they're rare.
they're very rare. It's a cool card, man. Congrats to whoever got it. I mean, do I think you overpaid? Probably not. I think it's that rare that I think it commands that price, maybe even more.
Always a good candidate if it comes back or if it's of whatever to get it signed. So
Yep, and it's also a NASCAR Glamour card, and it's also a NASCAR Mount Rushmore card. So this is a card you want to have. If you're serious about NASCAR, this is a card you want.
yeah, this is about the 52 mantle.
Yeah, this is our 52 mantle. I would say, yeah, I'm good. I like that analogy. I agree with that.
Okay.
All right. So next up is our ace of the week, which is our one of one.
Hey, Bell snoring.
Yeah. Uh, this was on the 11th of May. It's a 2022 Topps Chrome F1 Black Ray Wave Refractor. Say that fast 10 times.
Ray Wave refractor.
Yeah. Lewis Hamilton, 101, of course. It's a PSA 9. And this card went out for bidding, which is rare for stuff like this anymore.
Yeah.
People float a big number out there and then see who's going to bite, if anybody, and then they take the best offer they get. But it went out for bidding. It went for $2,500 with 131 bids.
Wow.
Yeah. But it's a cool looking card, man. I like that card.
Yeah. Black borders, a 9 is good.
Yeah. Oh, black borders. Keep on
Yeah.
black.
Gotta remember that as a good song. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, but that's a cool card. Like I said, with black borders, it's tough to get a 10, as we all know, because everybody out here, I'm sure, has been collecting forever, and they know how tough black border stuff is. But
Black
it's a nice,
chrome.
yeah, it's a chrome card, but it's pretty. I like it.
Yeah. It's nice.
Okay, so next up is our Royal Flush of the week,
All
and
right.
this was also on the 11th. It's a 2020 Topps Chrome F1 Sapphire Sebastian Vettel Red 2 of 5, and it's a PSA 9, number 9, number 9. And they were asking for $9,499.99. They didn't get that. They settled on the best offer of $4,999. So this card went for $5,000,
Wow.
basically.
Wow. Coming out of the sapphire boxes.
Yeah. So, but I like this card. I like the way it looks. It presents well. He's got the red Ferrari fire suit, and you've got the red. It just looks really nice. It presents very well.
Sure does. Very nice.
But yeah, I like that card a lot. Do I think it's worth $5,000? Well, you know me, I'm Mr. Cheapo, so I don't, I don't think it's worth $5,000. But whoever bought it thought it was, and that's what's important. So congrats to whoever got it, and that's a cool card. And that is all I have for King's Court for this week.
All right. Thank you very much. Some
You're very
pretty
welcome.
cool ones there.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Anything else before we wrap up here?
I can't think of anything except for hashtag skid marks, Ty freaking Gibbs, and hashtag slab fire.
So we have the two races, the truck race and the All-Star race. F1's off or F1's canceled. Any cars next week is Memorial Day weekend, so we only have the two. All right.
So it'll be good. It'll be a good weekend. The All Star race. I always look forward to the All Star race. So it'll be interesting to see him go back to North Wilkesboro. I'm proud for Dale Jr. for getting all that arranged and worked so hard on it to make it happen. I think NASCAR really needs that.
It kind of gets them back to the roots there and
Mm-hmm.
some of the history. So it only makes sense for the 75th year to do some of that. So
Agreed.
yeah, because they were talking about how Bruton bought half of it and somebody else bought half of it, and they moved the dates out to different tracks. So
Yeah, I
that
think the guy who used to own New Hampshire, was it Bill Bayer or somebody like that, who used to own New Hampshire. They each went into that back in the day.
yeah, the guy sold it to the both of them.
Yeah.
So, but um, I guess that's it. Again, thanks everybody for watching and listening to the podcast. We appreciate it very much. Hope everybody has a great, safe weekend. We'll be back next week with the results from Wilkesboro. And I guess we'll have to find some other good topics to talk about next week as well. Anything else? Or you're just waving.
I'm just waving, man.
All right. Well, again, from me and Logan, thanks for watching. We'll see you next week. We're out of here.